Yo, what's good? Got a quick trade recap. Took an L, and today was low key the day where I kind of messed up, like my emotions. So I'll just go over it. So this was on EURUSD. We ended up taking out the London high, um, and then pushing past. We had a 1 hour high, which was here, and I was kind of more focused on that. But we ended up breaking 5 minute structure to the downside. So I was honestly willing to take potential shorts to target the London lows. However, the risk reward wasn't the best, and we also had this 5 minute fair value gap there, which I was mainly trying to target for like a higher than ideally like 1.2 1.3 risk reward. So waited for a continuation. We actually ended up pushing past the original kind of like draw and sweep on liquidity, and with this I probably should have been more cautious about it because I should have thought that it wasn't, but at the time I was thinking that this was like more of a valid reason to take the trade because we just took more liquidity even though we took this high like minutes ago, so I kind of was blinded by the eagerness to take a trade, and that's kind of like the main emotion I was feeling because I have been losing recently and I haven't have gotten a win, and I feel like that's the main like emotion. So after that, because 5 minute was still bearish, I was looking for a continuation. We retrace into 1 minute equilibrium and I enter off the 1 minute break of structure to the downside, and get filled in right there. Ended up getting stopped out. We took out the 1 hour high, and then what do you know? We actually start pushing down. This honestly like killed my mood. After seeing price hit the original take profit after like stopping me out, I was getting really mad. I was getting really annoyed. I felt like shit. I felt like nothing made sense, and yeah, I was thinking of re-entering multiple times, but I didn't. But there was something I want to go over. This was the potential re-entry, and honestly I feel like this would have been a good entry, but I limit myself to one trade a day. We retraced into 5 minute equilibrium after going into the fair value gap, not inversing it. We respected it, came into 5 minute equilibrium, and maybe I could have found an entry here. We were maintaining 5 minute bearish structure. I mean, we did have a small fair value gap here which we inversed, and now like the paradox, bro, we had another small inverse fair value gap here. So I was thinking like, yo, should I count this as an inverse fair value gap if I didn't count the 5 minute inverse fair value gap to the upside? Like, I wasn't sure, but if I had entered short off of this, I wasn't even sure where I would put my stop loss. Target probably would have been the same low. That would have been a 1 to 2 R, which is pretty nice. That would have left me only down 0.5, but I'm down like full 1% now. But I feel like this might have been a good trade, but I don't want to like I don't want to reward myself for like breaking my plan because I only wanted to limit to one trade. So that's kind of like where my head was at for this. But yeah, really bummed out about this. Like, not really. It's just like, bro, I'm just annoyed, bro. Just really annoyed.